And that was the first time that the social worker had seen the signs of abuse manifest on my body.
What is the real life behind Liza Soberano's perfect smile? Imagine a child growing up in America, full of dreams, but suddenly turning into a nightmare childhood. Now, in her latest revelations on the podcast, Can I Come In, from August 14, 2025, she laid bare the hidden pains she kept secret for so long. But wait, there's recent buzz still emerging as of August 21st, showing support and some speculations from fans and media. Are you ready to hear the full story? Let's dive in. Because this isn't just gossip, it's a story of survival that might shock you to your core and make you think about the hidden pains of others. From the very beginning, Liza's life was like a twisted fairy tale with no happy ending at first. Born as Hope Elizabeth Soberano in Santa Clara, California on January 4th, 1998, to young parents, Jacqueline, just 18 years old, and John, 22, both from different worlds, but they shared one thing. They were lost kids themselves, misguided and struggling. Mom had a heavy addiction to crystal meth, even while pregnant with Liza's brother, so the youngest was born addicted.
My mom sadly had like a really bad addiction to crystal meth. And my dad, he was a chemist, among many other things.
Reports from her podcast reveal how this chaos set the stage for everything, with family members later validating her flashes of memory. But the question is, how did the real horror begin? It's like watching a movie where the innocent child becomes the victim of adult mistakes. And in recent news, many fans have reacted, saying it's heartbreaking how her early years were stolen. At just 2 years old, Liza faced something straight out of a thriller that would make you shiver. Mom started dating this guy named Michael. Bad news from the start. A real troublemaker.
This guy was really bad news. I don't even know how long they dated for.
One day, he stole a minivan, bundled up Liza, her brother, and Mom, and they vanished for days, turning into a full-blown kidnapping case that made headlines back then. Liza remembers flashes, strapped in a car seat, left alone while the adults slept in the back, feeling trapped and scared. I remember trying to get out of a car seat, she shared, her voice cracking in the podcast.
And so I ran out of the van. And I can only run so far, right? I'm a baby, I'm a toddler. And then I remember Michael scoops me up. He woke up when I got out of the van. He carried me, and he brought me back to the van.
Then came the fight, screaming at her to bash her brother's head with the car seat, over and over. Confused and terrified, she refused, only to get hit in the head with the butt of a gun, a moment that left her dazed and bleeding inside.
And then the next thing I know it, he hits me in the head with the bottom of a gun that he was holding. Next thing I know it, my mom's running back to the car, and she had bought batteries for a flashlight. And then a few minutes pass and we hear sirens, and that's when I realized my mom had called the cops.
Sirens blared. Michael dragged Mom by the hair as he tried to drive off, tearing her scalp in the process, a gruesome detail that Liza learned later from family. Both Michael and Mom are arrested. Liza and her brother end up in the back of a cop car, two toddlers wondering what just happened. This incident, as revealed in the podcast, wasn't just a one-off. It was the spark that led to years of instability. And now, with the video going viral, fans on X are sharing clips saying, "How did she survive this?" While some speculate if more family secrets are coming out. But it's not over yet. The next part is a deeper wound, showing how vulnerable children are in such situations. After that incident, Mom went to prison after hospitalization for her injuries, leaving the kids completely parentless and bouncing between relatives. The grandparents were too old to handle a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old full-time, so into foster care they went. A system that's supposed to protect, but in Liza's case, it became another layer of hell. Liza cycled through a few homes before landing with Melissa, supposedly Mom's high school friend, but that was far from the truth.
It was with this lady named Melissa, and she was supposedly my mom's high school friend, best friend. but like that was really far from the truth, apparently.
At first, it was okay, normal family vibes with Melissa's 3 kids and a seemingly stable home. But soon, it turned dark, starting with subtle humiliations that escalated into outright cruelty. During a birthday party for one of Melissa's sons, Liza and her brother were ordered to stay in their room, away from the fun. Then, out of nowhere, the other son called them out, only for the kids to pelt them with cupcakes, laughing as frosting covered their faces. Liza, being so young, thought it was like a playful food fight at first. But deep down, it planted seeds of isolation. I don't know if I saw that as something bad when I was little, she admitted, reflecting on how innocence shielded her from the full pain. Family movie nights followed the same pattern. Everyone gathered, but Liza was banned.
Because I was the family dog. So they would literally call me the family dog, and
labeled the family dog and forced to sit in a big cardboard box behind the couch, watching shadows on the wall instead of the screen. This psychological torture made her feel worthless, like she didn't belong anywhere. Recent articles from Rappler and ABS-CBN highlight how this kind of emotional abuse leaves lasting scars. And Liza's story has sparked discussions on child welfare, with DSWD praising her for bringing it to light. And the abuse didn't stop at words. It got physical, turning her daily life into a survival game. The situation worsened on the physical side, where the cruelty became impossible to ignore. One dinner, while eating spaghetti, Melissa forced a meatball down her throat. Liza choked, gasping for air, but Melissa just watched with cold eyes, hoping it looked like an accident. She didn't do anything, she just watched me, Liza recounted, explaining her phobia of meatballs to this day. Melissa's husband stepped in that time to save her, but he turned a blind eye to the ongoing torments. Another horrifying incident. The real family dog messed up on the carpet, and Melissa called Liza to clean it, not with a tool, but with her tongue, grabbing the back of her head, forcing her face down into the filth. It was dehumanizing beyond words. Then came the starvation games, no food for days on end, then sudden overfeeding to confuse her body.
And that was the first time that the social worker had seen the signs of abuse manifest on my body, because my stomach, I was so skinny, but my stomach was so big, it was bloated. And I had bruising.
Finally free from Melissa's grip, Liza and her brother stayed temporarily with their great-grandma on Mom's side, a brief haven amid the storm. Dad, still in prison before his full deportation, got word and urged his parents to adopt them. After legal back and forth, they moved to Visalia, California with paternal grandparents. Lavish life for the first time, good job, stability, and actual care. My grandparents took very good care of us, Liza shared. But despite the comfort, she obsessed over Mom, craving visits during school breaks where she'd meet new siblings from Mom's later marriages. She took on the big sister role early, finding joy in those moments. But life threw another curve. Grandpa's type 2 diabetes led to a heart attack, open heart surgery, and financial ruin. Grandma quit her job to care for him, forcing the tough decision to send Liza and her brother at age 10 to the Philippines to live with Dad for the first time. Culture shock hit hard. Manila wasn't developed like now, and Dad demanded affection she couldn't give.
He demanded so much from me as a daughter that I feel was like unmerited because he wasn't around. I remember the first meeting we had, it was at the airport in the Philippines, and you know, I'm in culture shock. Like, it's my first time out of America, like flying ever, and I'm in the Philippines, and at the time Manila wasn't what it is now. It was not as developed, and so a lot was going on, a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. And then out of nowhere, this guy comes up to me and kisses me on the cheek. And it's my father. And he was like, "Hi, Hopi." And I'm like, "Who are you?" He's like, it's Daddy." And I was like, "John, nice to meet you."
Even today, the impact echoes through her life and beyond. In the August 14 podcast, Liza broke hearts worldwide, sharing how she felt more fear than pain, protecting her mom out of deep conditioning. Recent posts on X show fans shocked, calling her a warrior, with some speculating she was groomed in her love team or exploited as a cash cow by family. Ogie Diaz, her ex-manager, confirmed she sought psychiatric help and defended her against backlash, saying, "Liza is so brave." Liza's first post after the revelations, a heartfelt Instagram message to her younger self, supporters, and abused kids, urging them to speak up. People may try to guilt you or shame you. Don't let them.
In the end, Liza's journey from abused child to empowered woman is a testament to resilience that inspires us all. She survived unimaginable horrors: family addiction, terrifying kidnapping, foster terror that treated her like less than human, yet rose as a star, now using her platform to fight back. But it leaves us thinking, how many kids are silently suffering today, in homes that should be safe? Her revelations, praised by officials and fans alike, remind us to listen closely, protect the vulnerable, and act before it's too late. Liza's podcast Vulnerability has inspired global dialogue, with speculations about family exploitation and grooming in her career. Support from figures like Ogie Diaz and institutions like DSWD underscores her impact. Her message: speak up, heal, and protect. Ultimately, Liza's survival story urges reflection on silent sufferings. It's a call to action, proving one voice can ignite change. If you like this video, do leave a like and share your thoughts below. Maybe it's time to mind our business when it comes to judgment, but stand up loud for those who can't. Stay tuned for more untold stories and subscribe.